The UK's welfare system is undergoing a significant overhaul, driven by concerns over overdiagnosis of mental health conditions and a perceived tendency to prematurely write off individuals' capabilities, according to Health Secretary Wes Streeting. This bold assertion underpins the government's rationale behind the sweeping changes impacting disability benefits. Streeting's comments, while not explicitly denying the government's reversal on a proposed personal independence payment, PIP, freeze following fierce internal opposition, highlight a deeper issue: the perceived need to tighten eligibility criteria for various welfare programs. The initial plan to freeze PIP sparked a near mutiny within labor ranks, with ministers reportedly threatening resignation over the controversial proposal, forcing a parliamentary vote to be avoided. This dramatic internal conflict underscores the high stakes involved and the deep divisions surrounding the government's approach to welfare reform. The core of the government's reform hinges on a belief that the system is too lenient, leading to over-reliance on disability benefits. The changes, therefore, aim to curb this perceived overdependence by making the process of claiming benefits more stringent. This includes significant alterations to PIP, a benefit specifically designed for those with long-term health conditions or disabilities that are not directly linked to employment status. The government's intent is to make PIP harder to claim, demanding a more rigorous assessment of individual needs and capabilities. Furthermore, changes are also anticipated for Employment and Support Allowance, ESA, a benefit intended for those deemed too ill or disabled to work. The details surrounding these changes remain somewhat opaque, but the underlying aim is to encourage greater participation in the workforce. This reform agenda raises crucial questions about the balance between supporting vulnerable individuals and promoting self-reliance, a delicate tightrope walk that is central to the ongoing debate. The government's justification centers on addressing what it terms an overdiagnosis of mental health issues, arguing that many individuals are incorrectly categorized as requiring significant support. This assertion is highly contentious, sparking concerns that the new criteria might inadvertently exclude those genuinely in need. Critics argue that the changes could disproportionately affect vulnerable groups, potentially leading to increased hardship and a widening inequality gap. Labour MPs, while relieved by the reversal on the PIP freeze, remain deeply apprehensive about the ramifications of the broader welfare reform package. Their concerns focus on the potential for excessively strict eligibility criteria, leading to unwarranted benefit denials and a reduction in vital support for disabled individuals. The fear is that the government's pursuit of fiscal responsibility might come at the expense of the most vulnerable members of society, exacerbating existing inequalities. The debate surrounding these welfare reforms extends far beyond the political arena, touching upon the fundamental principles of social support and the ethical considerations surrounding the provision of care for disabled and chronically ill individuals. The reforms raise questions about the balance between individual responsibility and societal obligation, as well as the accuracy and fairness of the assessment processes involved in determining eligibility for disability benefits. The long-term consequences of these changes remain uncertain, with significant implications for individuals' livelihoods, the economy, and the fabric of the UK's social safety net. The coming months will undoubtedly witness further scrutiny and debate as the implications of these reforms unfold. The government's actions will be closely watched, and the success of the reforms will ultimately hinge on their effectiveness in achieving the stated goals while safeguarding the well-being of those most in need.